What's going on, you guys? My name is Morgan, and welcome back to another video. So, unfortunately, lately I've had really horrible luck. I've been in a wreck. I lost a lot of people on my my now ex's side of the family, and my ex, or well, he was my husband. I guess you could consider. I don't even know what to call him anymore. He passed. His family passed. Two people in his family, all like 2 weeks apart. Got in a wreck. About almost 2 weeks ago, might be 2 weeks now. Brecken needed major surgery. And then to top it off, in the state I live in, it can get up to 100 degrees, and normal temperatures feels like can be even higher than that. And what happens in the middle of the night? So about a couple nights ago, I am woken up in the middle of the night by extremely hot temperatures. No idea what's going on. No idea what it is. So I'm like in the process of freaking out. Can't figure out what's going on. And so there's smoke. I could smell this horrible smell. And you know, when you smell a horrible smell, what do? You call 911. So I'm going on the nursery in this room, and I'm just smelling, and it's this horrible stench. I don't know what it is, but it's absolutely awful. And I'm like, okay, it smells like something's burning. So I go ahead, you know what? Why wait? Why waste the time? So I get all the dogs out just about. There are some puppies that are still running around that don't want to go outside, so I put them in a kennel and remove them. Remove the mamas and the puppies, and get the dogs in the shed, which I'm working on as an evacuation shed finally. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's just go ahead and call 911. So I called 911. The fire department came out, checked the AC unit, which is in the attic, and said, you know what? There's no fire. Something burned up. It was the motor and the circuit board. They said, you know what? This burned up. So you know what? There's no fire. But the smell was horrible. So you know what? Okay, I called the landlord. The landlord had known something was going on because it was making a sound. So I call the landlord and I tell him, you know what? He didn't answer because it's midnight. I didn't go to bed till about 3 o'clock in the morning. And so I called him, and I have this one unit, and that's it. Oh, to cool this entire house. So I called the landlord the next morning, tell him what's going on. Okay, well, it's going to be a couple days. The guy I use is out of town. Okay, whatever. So I go buy a unit. I have moved one of the units from the shed in here, put that in here. I put a unit in the nursery. It falls out, unfortunately, in the middle of the night, so that was nice. But you know what? I get everything settled, and we're okay for the most part. And then the smell comes back in the middle of the day. So I get actually get somebody out this time to look at the unit. You finally get somebody out to look at the unit, and okay, the motor's out, which we figured. But he can't fix it that day, so I have to wait another day, and finally somebody comes out to fix it. It's not just the motor that's out; the circuit board is out. And the guy didn't know. He's like, okay, well, the whole unit probably should be replaced. He didn't want to replace the whole unit. All he did was fix the problems, which it's probably over a 20-year-old unit. It was disgusting. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, whatever. Just do what you got to do. I want AC. So we were outside for 6 hours in over 100-degree weather, 100-degree heat. I need to put another unit in the shed outside and just be done with it. I don't have another one in. I need to buy another one, which I'm getting a U-shaped one, so it just goes into the window because that's the best I can do. Well, and it's a lot easier to put it in because I am by myself. But you know what? I'm like, okay, whatever. But luckily, knock on wood, we're doing better today. You know, had to leave the dogs outside for over 6 hours. I was outside with them most of the time. 6 hours in over 100-degree heat. I had 3 pools filled up, beds out there. Did what I could for shade. There were some shady areas, especially under the tree. I didn't want to let them in the shed because I still have to go through and finish the rug. It's a washable rug, one of the outside rugs, because it's just going to be an evacuation shed. I got to get more kennels to put out there. So if something like this happens again, or a fire, I can just evacuate them out and situate them all in kennels once I get everybody out. I'm waiting on my truck to get back so I can put kennels in there for the mamas, because I'm going to have kennels set up for the mamas as well. And the puppies, the young puppies, like a lady's litter and Anna's litter. So worst case, if I have to move them, I can move them and put them in the truck and start the truck. So this whole thing kind of made me want to do the evacuation shed, which I've almost finished setting up. I don't have my truck back still, so there's no way I can do that. I don't want to stack my car with kennels because, unfortunately, that's what I use for my dailies. So, I mean, I can and just move them out as I need them to, like, get out of the car. But at the same time, it's not something I really want to do, but I can. I need to have a couple set in there just in case, and in case I have like the young puppies that don't want to like leave. But for the most part, everybody goes outside. Most of the puppies will go outside as well. But it's just been a nightmare overall, having the dogs outside in the heat. I feel like if there's bad luck, I have the bad luck. I'm absolutely over it. I'm so tired. Luckily we have AC again. I have the unit set up just in case I need them. But it has been a nightmare, and I'm ready for the nightmare to be over. Hopefully by the end of the year we will be buying a house, and I will hopefully do like some documenting on that, because this is my first house buy, and I'm very excited. But overall, I'm like so completely over all of this. The dogs are over all of this. Brecken just had major surgery yesterday, so he's miserable right now. He had an accident when he was getting ready. He was with his trainer for his dog shows, and he had an accident. So it's safe to say that I'm like living what feels like a nightmare right now. I'm not having a good time. But hopefully everything will be up sooner or later. I don't know, but it's safe to say I'm over it. I got to get up early tomorrow to take Anna to the vet, take a couple fecal samples in to test their poop. I got to take Brecken with me because Brecken tore out one of his stitches just to make sure he's okay. But it's safe to say I am like 100% over this. The AC thing was ridiculous. He should have fixed the unit, actually replaced the unit, but he did not want to. And I don't think he ever will. He still hasn't fixed the sewer line, so why would he fix that? But it's been a nightmare. He didn't even offer to put window units in or get window units, so what can you do? But anyways, that's what's going on. I'm hoping to do a puppy video tomorrow, actually regarding the dogs, but here we are. It just seems like it's just never ending. Never ending. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. So thank you guys for sticking around, being with me during this video, because it's been a nightmare. I just need to rant about this, because if you want the definition of bad luck right now, I'm living it. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this video, get Brecken ready for bed. So thank you guys so much for watching. And as usual, you guys, I'll see you guys next time in the next video. See you guys later.